just about everybody wanted Scott Akatubby and Brent Frohoff to advance. Didn't work out that way. The Brazilians played great.
Well, they're playing smart. They're playing with a lot of confidence. And to beat the homeboys, Akatubby and Frohoff, right down from 16th Street, means that the Brazilians are on a roll, playing with a lot of confidence and really playing good volleyball.
All right, coming up, a championship final. $100,000 split between the winners, the Brazilians. Again, $750,000 has already been awarded in bonus money. One of these teams is going to receive $100,000. The other team, chump change, $22,000, a difference of $78,000 per team. That'll make you try hard. Steffes serving first. And Gino, whack up. Key for the Brazilians, Paul Sunderland.
They must get off to a good, comfortable start. The first couple of side changes have to be very close. And then when the explosion from Kirai and Steffes comes, and it will come, they must withstand the first charge.
Karch Kirai puts it away. Let's identify the players for you. Of course, Karch Kirai in the familiar pink hat, white tank top today. His partner, Ken Steffes, at the net, blue hat, white tank top. No score. Early moments. Loiola. And he crams it through. Jose Loiola with the heavily taped right elbow and the white wristbands, or I should say tank top and headband. He's got a little problem with that elbow, doesn't he, Paul?
Hyperextended the elbow earlier on in the tournament. There's Anginho, blue tank top, blue hat. Loiola hurt himself blocking and really is having a difficult time rotating his arm in. We'll see what, it won't hurt him really hitting or blocking. It'll sting him, but what'll really make a difference is receiving serve.
Steffes is into the net.
And you can see that Kirai and Steffes are going right after Loiola at the start of the match.
You just saw the Brazilians beat up on Scott Akatubby and Brent Frohoff. A good match for them, playing with a lot of confidence. Here's Steffes. And Steffes puts it away. Ken Steffes, he's 26 years old, 6'4", 210 pounds, a graduate of UCLA.
Very much the feeling out period early. Anginho with the first chance trying to get on Steffes' favorite shot down the line.
And Karch Kirai and Ken Steffes look a little chill. They haven't played in about 3 hours. The advantage, at least in continuity, would go to the Brazilians.
And the weather conditions different. When Kirai and Steffes played this morning very early, it was dead still and very hot here. A little bit cooler and quite a bit of breeze now.
Down the line goes Steffes off the setup Kirai. Very, very deep sand here at Hermosa Beach. Players say it's the most difficult to move in. Who would that favor?
Well, I think 3 of the players out here won't have any trouble. The one player who may is Anginho coming out of the deep sand. It could be hard for him to put the ball away.
Loiola, and Loiola is jumping high. Loiola is a big man. He is a jumper. He's listed at 6'4", but he can really sky. They say he can touch the top of the antenna on the beach.
That's 11 feet, and he can put his palm on it, so he can touch about 11.5 out of the deep sand.
Here we go. No score yet. Here's Steffes. And Steffes careens it. Ken Steffes, a big feature article in the Los Angeles Times this week about his career. A lot of publicity about this tournament as Karch Kirai puts it in play. Loiola. And Karch is there looking for the first point. Karch, not yet. Anginho for the save. No. How important is the start for the Brazilians?
It's absolutely essential. They have to be very close, if not in the lead, at the first 2 side changes. And then, of course, will come the ultimate charge from Kirai and Steffes when they try to put teams away.
Anginho. Come on. And Karch digs it back over and out. 1-0, Kirai Steffes lead. Once again, no foreign team has ever won on the AVP Tour. No foreign player, at least in the men's division, has ever won on the AVP Tour. Steffes, and Steffes, a little off speed.
The Brazilians feeling out Ken Steffes, as a lot of teams are apt to do early on, but Mike Dodd says, hey, look, you can test Steffes, but don't serve him 8 or 10 times in a row. He's going to get in a groove. Don't forget to serve the guy in the pink hat.
Steffes serving, leading 1-0. Loiola. And Karch blocks it. American fans go crazy.
Kirai was not happy at all with his blocking last week in San Diego. He'll be pleased with it. Look at how much ground he covers, starting in front of Loiola. Steffes said, hey, I didn't have to do anything. Congratulations, pal. Big blocking move by Kirai.
And they're working on Loiola.
No!
And he hits it out of bounds. 3-0. The start is always so important for Team Brazil. Sometimes they get out of the blocks very slowly, especially against Kirai and Steffes.
They should call one of their 4 20-second timeouts right now, I think. Loiola needs to settle himself down. He's the much more fiery, explosive of the two.
3-0 is our score. And Gino, and it could be 4-0. Steffes, nobody out. Goodbye. 4 quick points. Would you say Kirai and Steffes are on the good or the bad side?
No, Kirai and Steffes are on the good side. The wind coming off the ocean. It's only marginally the good side this championship this year.
Kirai and Steffes off to a good start. It's 4-0 as the Brazilians are trying to settle down.
And Gino and Loiola said there's been so much maturity in their game. When they would lose early in a tournament last year, their first on the AVP tour, they would kind of give up hope. But now they know, hey, we play poorly once, we can come right back and still do very well.
Quick, nobody. Steffes, and a chance for a point. Loiola for Brazil. Out of bounds. Oh, he missed an easy shot.
Boy, did they desperately need that, just to have something positive happen. Good dig. Steffes likes to go away from his body down the line when off the net. You have got to keep that ball in the court.
And Gino, and he puts it away. And Gino is the smaller of the two Brazilians in the blue hat. He lives now in Manhattan Beach, California, after coming to America with his partner Loiola from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Loiola serving, trailing 4-0. And Gino dig off the net. Back to Steffes. And the put away. Kings of the Beach look very, very good.
Well, they look great right now. Good ball control, but Steffes is getting too many opportunities. He's got his confidence going right now. You can see he's already sweating heavily, very much into the flow of this championship final. 7 serves to Steffes already, 7 kills.
Steffes is into the net with the jump serve error. The Brazilian second place finish coming this year in a major in Santa Cruz, California. First cards Kirai, Kent Steffes winning that tournament, one of 4 majors they have won this year. 4-0. That ball out of bounds. Tanner Welch, Gino Loiola, and Akatabi and Frohoff. A relatively easy road, just 5 matches.
Double elimination format. You saw the loss by Gino and Loiola. They went down into the contenders bracket. They beat Dodd and Whitmarsh. They beat Akatabi and Frohoff. Have worked their way back up for a right to challenge Kirai and Steffes once again.
4-1 is our score. And Gino and Loiola trailing. Cards Kirai and Kent Steffes. Steffes and Gino with the dig. Big play here. Can he score it? He does.
Sweet-looking conversion by the little angel Gino. Loiola had his chances. Look at him reading. He knows Steffes wants to go to the right side. What beautiful ball control, getting down low and then just picking the open spot.
Here comes Kirai. And Loiola spears it. Spears it and kills it.
He spears it and then he slits its throat. Great stab, and notably off of the injured arm. Doesn't look like it's bothering him at all in the transition play.
Maybe that padding gives him a little extra cushion on defense. Ace! Suddenly the Brazilians explode for 3 in a row.
They've kept it close through the first couple of side changes, exactly what they needed to do. They're scoring well on the good side now, serving into the wind.
Timeout taken by Kirai and Steffes after leading 4-0. We are tied. Gino will serve. He's 6'3", coming at you. 4-4 tie. Parks nobody in.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you don't block.
KK has won a couple of gold medals, world championships, made more money than anybody on the beach. And even this jacks him up. Kabushki.
Brazilians still waiting for that baby to come down. 4-4 tie. Anjinho off Steffes and inside. Nice shot. The Brazilians have been remarkably steady this year. They have moved up to the number 4 seed in the tournament. Been in the top 5 virtually all year.
They're going to spend the entire offseason here in the United States. They want to get off to even a better start next season.
Serve to Karch. Karch. And Karch hits it on the line. Ryan Steffes, of course, winning 14 of the 18 tournaments they played together this year. Karch missed 4 tournaments because of the kidney. Steffes took 2 weeks off, then played with Akitabi for 2 weeks, got a 7th and a 4th. So he was unable to win without Karch. Does that say much to you?
Well, you know, it says a lot to the other players who love to needle Steffes behind his back and say, hey, look, anybody or almost anybody could win with Kirai. You had your chances and you blew it. And Steffes will remind you that he's won with a lot of players other than Karch, Kirai, Adam Johnson, Tim Hovland, among others.
Dig by Anjinho. A chance to take the lead if he can convert. You're good. Karch on 2. And he whacks it, but Anjinho pokes it over. Steffes. And Steffes finally puts it away.
The Brazilians playing very, very good defense, working hard to keep the ball in play, but difficult when you give the Kings on the beach a number of chances. And just to finish the Miller Lite Championships here at Hermosa Beach. Chris Marlowe and Paul Sunderland were live from Hermosa Beach. Kirai has it up, trying to take the lead back, and he gets it. The pressure on Anjinho to side out. His shots have to be so precise. The shot down the line has to be right on the back line. Cross court has to be right on the sideline because Kirai and Steffes will just track it down. The fastest team together on the beach.
Here's Anjinho. 5-4 is our score. Bad set there, and it's right to Karch. To Kent. And Loiola goes up and gets it. Karch gets it back. Anjinho digs it. And somebody netted. Loiola, he's going nuts. And he's going to get a yellow card. Yellow card. You're touching again, I'll give you a red. To Jose Loiola.
You don't ever touch a referee. I saw you net too.
Jim Leonard being firm.
A micro net of major importance. The play continues on. The net has been called by George Carey. And Loiola getting face-to-face.
The Brazilians are hot, but Kirai and Steffes lead by 2. The biggest, richest tournament in history. Karch, Kirai, Kent, Steffes. They led 4-0. Brazilians came back, tied it 4-4. Karch and Kent got 2. An apparent net on Loiola, controversial net. Had nothing to do with the play, but it was called. That's where we stand, 6-4. Marlowe and Sunderland with you. Here comes Karch. You know, interestingly, Paul, we were talking to Doug Beal, international spokesman for the United States, and he said they're going to get rid of nets where it has no effect on the play after the Olympics in '96.
I think it's a great idea, and that's why I've been calling for the setting interpretation on the beach to be loosened up. You want the plays controlled and ended by dynamic, hitting, blocking, great defensive efforts.
Anjinho with the tight little link shot. Nicely done.
A lot of pressure on Anjinho to side out. Loiola is becoming a better setter, but he's not, of the 4 players out there, he's the worst setter out there, and Anjinho's really got to work with sometimes not great sets.
6-4, Kirai and Steffes lead it. A dig, Loiola turns, and Karch goes and gets it. Karch pummels it, Anjinho! Whoa!
Not only did the ball hit the ground first, but the 50-yarder was wide right. Nobody else on tour makes that play or even tries it.
I'll tell you, he, not Tony Loiola, should be trying out in the NFL. 6-4 score remains. Anjinho got it.
Loiola got cut. Maybe Anjinho's the next one to give it a try.
If you're wondering, you are allowed to kick the ball in beach volleyball. You're not allowed to do that indoors, although that rule will change after the '96 Olympic Games. Here comes Karch. Bad set. Loiola. Karch. And he puts it away. Karch is so quick.
And he, like his partner, Kent Steffes, do the little things, the little pinball wizardry, keeping the ball alive. The Brazilian starting to work on Kirai a little bit, try to get Steffes out of his rhythm.
Loiola, and he hits it hard. Loiola, the rookie of the year last year. He was second at King of the Beach. A marvelous talent and a very volatile performer. Meanwhile, his counterpart, Anginho, very quiet, very calm, very methodical, trying to be in control.
Right, and trying to keep the lid on the pressure cooker that is his explosive partner, Loiola.
Steffes cutting inside. That's the shot you want to make Steffes do. Not his favorite. And Steffes now at the net. Karch and Steffes interchange, blocking and defense. Bad pass.
Bad set.
Loiola dings, and he got it.
Boy, Steffes with a very, very late jump on that ball. You can take some luxuries moving around defensively. This ball is 12 feet off the net, which means it takes a lot. Look how long it's in the air.
That's a fabulous shot, however, from that
good
position.
Short shot, but I got to be surprised that Steffes didn't get to it.
Over here, nobody! Down the line, and the put away. Steffes again. Scott Akatubby and Brent Frohoff, of course, finishing in third. Mike Dodd, Mike Whitmarsh in fourth. Leif Hansen, Tim Hovland, good tournament. They get fifth, along with Brian Lewis and Ricky Ludes. In seventh, Adam Johnson and Randy Stoklos, Troy Tanner and Wes Welch. Anginho going. Let's quickly give you ninth. Kevin Martin, Chris Young, Bill Bouillon, Eric Benoit Moana had a bad tournament. Doug Faust, Andrew Smith, John Brivich, and Al Jans. You are up to date.
Good set that time by the important man in this match, Loiola. Wide, high, far enough off the net, and Anginho able to take a good swing at it.
6-4, Karch and Kent. And the put away. I can't tell you how many balls you see blocked against Kirai and Steffes that they poke up and keep going with.
It drives you crazy, really frustrates you. They have all the weapons that time. Kirai with what we call the two-handed tomahawk up top makes it look very easy. Good composure and side out as a result.
Loiola, and he zips one right by the pits of Kent Steffes.
Loiola
the Old Spice area.
Loiola made some errors early, cuffing the ball down the line. He's going back to his patented cross court and say, look, that's my meat. If you're going to hurt me, you're going to have to stop that shot.
Loiola asking if it's his serve. George Carey says yes. Here he goes. Steffes down the line. Kent Steffes, who first played volleyball at Palisades Village School in the 7th grade because his teacher, Mrs. Lenardi, was the cutest teacher in school, so he figured he'd try out for volleyball.
Been making good decisions ever since.
Anginho and the Brazilians are playing as well as they have this year against Kirai and Steffes. Remember, the Brazilians have only beaten Kirai and Steffes once since they landed on the Mayflower. Anginho with the serve, 6-4. And off the hands goes Karch.
The other side of that coin, of course, is that they have lost 18 times to Kirai and Steffes during that period. But you can look at two ways. One, Kirai and Steffes have all the confidence, and why not? They have it against anybody. But also the Brazilians are better than the beginning of the year, and they're due. It may be their turn.
Ball served out of bounds. Last 3 weeks, the Brazilians were second in Santa Cruz, fourth in Seal Beach, and third at the U.S. Championships. Pretty good finishes. They feel content to serve Steffes. You know, we've talked about a lot, Paul. I think the Brazilians have much more respect for Kirai. Not that he deserves it, but
The other teams, the American teams, will serve Kirai 3-to-1 ratio. Well, that's the success that Dodd and Whitmarsh have had. They serve Kirai because they know that Kirai and Steffes get unconscious in a groove when Steffes is receiving serve well. And as I said earlier in the match, Brazilians are serving him too much.
6-4, score remains.
And I mean by serving the man too much, that's Ken Steffes. You got to serve Kirai, I would say, half the time to keep them out of that good groove.
And Gino serving, trailing by 2, 6-4. Float serve. I like that a lot. Drives Steffes back, and he's going down the line, and it's shut back.
And immediately, Kirai goes over and says, partner, that was a horrible set by me. Set the ball almost straight backwards. Loiola with a good block.
And Gino will go back to the float serve and undoubtedly try to drive Steffes deep. There it is.
Learning from Dodd and Whitmarsh.
No!
That hit on the line, another point.
Staying on Steffes, but changing serve. Don't keep giving him fastballs. You got to throw in some jump. And Gino and Loiola learning the lollipop.
Become the first foreign team to ever win a tournament on the AVP Tour. And Gino has a dig. Brazilians can take the lead for the first time. No! Karch is there.
Write that one down. If they get 3 in a row on Kent Steffes, little short spin jump serve after a couple of floaters, the Brazilians would be on fire, but Kirai comes in to douse it.
Score remains 6-6. Little dig. Karch going for it. Did he get it up? Yes. And Gino gets it back. Karch again scrambling. Steffes puts it away.
And Gino all over Jim Leonard, thinking that the save by Kirai was in the sand first.
He got the ball up.
I think Karch got it. It looked like he had his hand under the sand, and a 20-second sand timeout taken by the Brazilians.
A little older, but hadn't slowed down a step.
Call that the pancake indoors. Really can't use the pancake much outdoors. As Gino, Karch goes and gets it. Chance for a point. Steffes. Not yet. Gino. Poke. Score it. A side out. Big play there. The Brazilians needed to save point, and they did.
They're scrambling, working hard, playing extremely well. They're virtually dead even with the best team in the world.
Loiola. They're working on Kent. Steffes, and Gino digs it. Terrible set. Steffes, and Steffes puts it away. Ball is spinning. Tough play.
Yeah, in Loiola's defense, he's got the injured wing that probably hasn't hurt him too much hitting and blocking, but passing and bump setting, it's got to be bothering him, that hyperextended elbow. And that ball's spinning 1,000 revolutions per minute, and he could not get an accurate play on it.
Steffes serve goes long. And now Gino will serve it. Another chance for a point. Brazilians getting a lot of opportunities. Kent digs back. Steffes!
A lot of word going around that the Brazilians feel they maybe don't get the best from what is an entirely American refereeing crew. I don't happen to agree with that. Asking for a touch there, surprised when Steffes hit the ball.
Yeah! Ace! That makes it 8-6 now. Kirai and Steffes by 2. Come on, and Gino looks like he's run out of steam. Steffes, and he beams it.
To be on the task at hand, and that's winning every time he goes out on the beach with partner Karch Kirai. Just no distractions are allowed in his house.
Off the net, and a lift called on Gino. That makes it 10-6.
Remember, I told you the explosion allowed only joust posture, and it was clearly a good call there by Jim Leonard.
And Gino, Karch goes and gets that one. Here comes Pinky Dan, and he hit it out. It all goes back to when it was was 6-6. And Gino and Loiola had a chance for a point, and Karch stuffed it back to save that point. Since then, they've got 4 in a row.
Well, like I said, remember that point. When you're going to take on the best team in the world and hope to create history and make an upset, you got to capitalize on your opportunities. You can't make mistakes. Brazilians are not out of this. There's a minute and a half left, plenty of time, but they have to regroup.
Remember, clock only runs while the ball's in play. Steffes serving. And Loiola blocked by Karch, but it's going out of bounds. So Anginho and Loiola will have the ball. This is the end of the regular season here on NBC, but we will have 2 more postseason tournaments for you, the Old Spice Tournament of Champions and the Old Spice King of the Beach. Steffes whacks it hard. Of course, Kent Steffes today received a check of $100,000 for winning the Miller Lite Cup. He's got to feel great about that.
He had a smile on his face.
Even Steffes.
He's out here for one reason, winning, but knows what comes with that is a lot of money.
And Gino chops it through. The Brazilians trail 10-6 with 1:14 to play. And Gino and Loiola, if you're wondering, have made $78,000 so far on tour, and they will get a big piece of that Miller Lite money.
They're each over 100,000 this year to date with the bonus pool added in. They have also become very popular with a lot of American sponsors.
Well, remember the Brazilians, when they first came to America, they were sponsored by the Bank of Brazil. Apparently the Banco was having a little trouble, and now they all have well-respected clothing manufacturers, sunglasses, etc., etc.
They moved their deposits north, and Banco de Brazil said ciao.
Steffes, and Steffes goes down the line. Karch Kiraly and Kent Steffes, after being tied at 6, ran off 4 in a row, and that's where we stand right here, 10-6. Brazilians look very good. And then the explosion. Down the line, Anginho, good shot there.
Kiraly and Steffes will focus on one thing right now, and that's siding out. Frustrate the Brazilians, keep them absolutely frozen on the scoreboard. If the Brazilians get an opportunity right now, they have to convert.
And end of the net. So the Brazilians perhaps pressing right now.
They were having more success when they were throwing in the junk, the change of pace. They weren't missing serves. Remember the floaters to Steffes when he gave up a couple of points in a row. They should go back to that.
Off the hand, Steffes chugging! And it's out of bounds.
Loiola trying to go over the top of Karch Kiraly. Steffes is all over it. He had plenty of room, plenty of time trying to set the ball 50-50, taking a chance, and just missed it.
6 serving 10. Not a hubby-wife serve to be seen yet from the Kings of the Beach. As Steffes guides it into the corner. So Karch Kiraly will serve. He has 93 open wins. And my friend Hank Salvatore always says, why don't you mention the fact that Karch missed nearly 7 years of play due to national team commitments? Well, we did. Or he might have more than 130 wins. And Gino can't get it up. 40 seconds remain. Score is 10-6. Now 11-6 with that point. How many would Karch have?
Oh, he would be up near St. John Smith, who leads the way with 136 if he had played all those years, no doubt about it. Made his choice, never looked back.
The tournament winning streak, those are some of the records that Karch and Kent own. Every year that prize money graphic goes up. Karch with the serve, they lead 11-6. The Brazilians, after playing very, very well, have not been able to do it. Steffes jams it through.
Similar call as before. Open-handed.
No, that was open hand.
The contact was not simultaneous. It was not a joust, and the offensive player cannot attack pushing the ball or tipping it as you can with an open hand indoors.
Loiola with the serve. Brazilians need it to happen very, very fast. And they can't. Steffes is too tough. He is sided out impeccably.
Once Kiraly and Steffes get the lead, you know, they just concentrate on siding out. Dodd and Whitmarsh have been able to come back on them a couple of times, but they're too steady right now.
Steffes with the serve. With a 5-point lead. Here comes Loiola.
Come on, kid.
And he drills it into the court and down. 23 seconds remain, and it looks like Karch Kiraly and Kent Steffes. They won the last major of 1992, the Santa Cruz Open. Then they won all 5 last year, and they've won 3 so far this year. And looking for one more today. Anginio pucks it up. Can't kill it. Karch, time winding. Karch. Oh, well, that was one of his great digs. And the clock is running out, however. 7.6 seconds. Brazilian scored a point, but it's going to be too little, too late.
Yeah, some great plays by Anginio and Loiola, but the last thing they need is a long, spectacular rally. They need termination.
Steffes with the spear job. Time ticking. And that almost will do it. 1 and 6 seconds to go. Kiraly and Steffes look at their third straight win here at Hermosa Beach.
Standing O for Kiraly and Steffes. Another fabulous season.
Only one other man. 2 other men have won 3 straight. That will do it. Tim Hovland and Mike Dodd, 85, 86, 87. The Miller Lite AVP champions for this year, Karch Kiraly and Kent Steffes. They have now won the last 10 majors they have entered. We're going to talk to the kings of the beach, the rich kings of the beach after this. 11-7. For the Brazilians, Anginio and Loiola trying to make history. They could not do it today. Kiraly and Steffes win the prestigious Miller Lite AVP championships. Okay, looking for the Old Spice winning moment, and here it is. Remember back when it was 6-6, Anginio and Loiola had a chance to take the lead. It was on this play. Steffes, he got dug. Anginio looking to go ahead, 7-6. Karch up high, roofed him. After that, Kiraly and Steffes scored 5 in a row. That was it. The end for the Brazilians, the Old Spice winning moment. Let's go down to the sun or the sand in Sunderland. I'll get it right.
All right, you got it right, Big Side. Chris Marlowe, congratulations. Another great performance, dominating performance. 10 major championship wins in a row. We're tied at 6-6. You guys are tough to beat when you get in your groove.
We got in a really nice side-out rhythm. We were in the side-out rhythm the whole game, actually, and if we can side out like that, we should be able to win. Those guys played awfully well. Got to give them credit.
They did play extremely well. Did they serve you too much in the beginning, gave you confidence, got you into your good flow? They served you a couple floaters, gave you some problems.
Yeah, well, we practice so much against the jump serve, and everybody jump serves except a few teams, so if you break out one every once in a while, it could catch you off guard. But I felt comfortable going in there. We only gave up 6 points, and when we only give up 6 points, we should win a lot of games.
You've had so much success the last couple of years. How would you compare this year, and with the injury and whatnot, and all your success to years past?
15 out of 19 this year so far, 18 out of 23 the year before. I guess we're about on the same course. I wish we wouldn't have missed those 4 together.
All right, well, you can add up the numbers all you want. What it spells is a tremendous amount of success and one of the greatest teams in the history of pro beach volleyball winning here again in Hermosa. Back to you, Chris.